So as a car enthusiast, people come to me with their own car queries, and most of these questions are about gaining more insight about a particular car or a bike. Now, among those questions, there is one this common questions. अहिलेको लागि सबभन्दा सस्तो र राम्रो गाडी कुन छ? Now, ain't that a one to think about? Well, if someone had asked me about this question a week ago, then I would not have had a perfect answer because there are lots of things to consider about, and Sasto र राम्रो has its own categories and then subcategories. But now I believe I do have the perfect answer, and this video is all about Sasto र राम्रो. So hey, what's up guys, Omar here from TechLekh, and in this video, I'm going to review the all-new Suzuki Wagon R 2019. The Suzuki Wagon R got its early start in 1993. Since then, Wagon R has continued to defy expectation and continues to climb up the ladder of popularity. But how? After all these years and despite the tough competition, just how does the Wagon R continue to pull it off? Well, just look at the car. One glance and you'll get the answer to that question. Suzuki calls the Wagon R a hatchback, but its looks and design is all but a hatchback. Suzuki Wagon R is a car that uses tallboy design. It's very easy to spot a tallboy design. It is usually a tall car with a short bonnet. This kind of gives it a square box shape vibe. Remarkably, the reason tallboy cars are so popular is due to its unique shape. Since the modern streets are crowded and parking space is limited, people need something practical. That is where the tallboy design really comes in. Well, the small box design is better suited for those crowded streets with limited parking availability. Easy to move, easy to control, and easy to park. With that in mind, Suzuki Wagon R is built with that level of practicality. Well, enough chit-chat for now. Let's take a walk around the Suzuki Wagon R 2019. Starting with dimensions, the new Suzuki Wagon R is now longer by 56mm at 3655mm and wider by 125mm at 1620mm, but is slightly shorter now by 25mm at 1675mm. However, the car does have a 35mm longer wheelbase at 2435mm. This means that there is more space inside the cabin with ground clearance set at 170mm. Now moving on to the overall design, I know that the Suzuki Wagon R has gone through massive amount of changes, but this one's probably my favorite. So starting from the exterior, you are greeted with this new and modern front. You get a redesigned chrome grille along with the lower back grille and fog lamps. Moreover, you should know that these redesigned large headlamps are among the best part of this new Wagon R. This makes it look even more appealing and premium than before. Trust me guys, the online photos don't do the new Wagon R any justice. It even happened to me. Even I was like, why are people going crazy over these large headlamps? However, when you come across it face to face, you truly start to appreciate them. The headlamps aren't just large. These headlamps carry a stylish class which is quite difficult to replicate. Now moving towards the side profile, there are a few things I'd like to point out. First, there's a curvy texture around the wheels which continues over to the side bumper, and despite being a box-shaped car, the new Wagon R comes with more curves which can be seen all over the exteriors. Anyways, the windows come with a matte black finish right here, which gives it more of a floating roof appearance. And the tires are 165/70 14-inch steel wheels. Unfortunately, there isn't any option to choose alloy wheels. Moreover, it comes with front disc brakes and rear drum brakes. It's things like this that makes the Wagon R feel a little more stylish and modern. However, you'll notice that the door handles are quite conventional. You don't get the new modern door handles but rather an old one. Unfortunately, this also means that you'll not get access to the keyless entry feature, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, let's move on to the rear of the Suzuki Wagon R. It gets even bigger tail lamps, body colored bumpers, rear reflectors, parking sensors, Suzuki logo and chrome finish that says the new Wagon R. Interestingly, Suzuki Wagon R now comes with the rear sensors as standard, although the rear parking camera is still missing. With that being said, let's take a quick look at the boot space. So Suzuki Wagon R comes with a massive 341 liters of boot space. Under the boot space, there's a separate compartment with a spare tire. Again, this car is made with practicality in mind. So things like this gives the Wagon R a separate charm. Now furthermore, when compared to the other competitions, the boot space is already so massive, but the Wagon R 2019 takes it to the next level. Yes, you can increase the overall boot space thanks to the 60/40 split, and this will bring the total boot space to 710 liters, which is totally awesome. And what's more awesome is that when one realizes that none of the competitions even come with a 60/40 split. Now who's offering you this much boot space at this price point? Nobody. Literally nobody. Again, this just goes to show the practicality of the Wagon R 2019. Alright, now let's talk about the available colors. So as you can see, we're testing out the Wagon R in orange color, but if that's not a thing, then you can also get this thing on silver, white, blue, brown and grey. So that was all about the exterior. Now let's take it inside. As you can see, the new Suzuki Wagon R 2019 has a completely redesigned interior. You get this door-mounted armrest, power window button, silver inside door handle and speed-sensing auto door locks. Moreover, you'll also get a 1-liter bottle holder for each door. So I'm not that tall of a person, but I do have an average height, and as you can see, I have enough leg room and headroom at my disposal. I have enough wiggle room for a comfortable joyride, and combined with these comfortable seats, it's a match made in heaven. Again, the car at this price, this should not be possible, yet Suzuki Wagon R manages to pull it off. However, there is one thing I didn't like. Suzuki Wagon R comes with a fixed headrest. Well, I am nitpicking at this point, but Suzuki should have included the adjustable headrest. Moreover, the need for the adjustable headrest comes more apparent in the rear seats, where their headrests are just too small. I guess you can have everything. On a side note, I have to be a rear passenger in any car. I always get these leg cramps and lack of space is always nauseating. Then the motion sickness kicks in. Honestly, the entire experience is very nightmarish. However, the Wagon R 2019 has really changed my mind on this thing. The rear seats feel more open with the large windows and large space. I just love it. No motion sickness, no leg cramps and no claustrophobia. And yes, the tall-wide design has really played a major role and deserves a big thumbs up. Now here's a little quirk. The rear windows are so big that the entire window glass does not completely roll down. Instead, there's always the little window glass peeping out. Anyways, let's move on to the front seats. Again, the seating materials and the seating position has been a significant improvement over its predecessors. These seats are comfortable for both long and short rides, although you are stuck with a manually adjustable driver's seat. And now on the driver's side, you get these power windows to control button along with the exterior mirror controls, and other than that, all of the things are pretty standard here. And now this brings me to the dashboard. So there is a control mounted power steering wheel with standard controls for volumes, calls and exit. At the center there are AC vents, 12-volt power socket, climate controllers, USB port and decent sized glove box. Plus there are these small storage QVs for a smartphone or keys. Now this brings me to the infotainment system. So this specific variant does not come with a touchscreen infotainment system. Instead, it comes with a basic system with Bluetooth connectivity. However, there is a touchscreen infotainment system in the Suzuki Wagon R, which is reserved for the top variant only. So if you want a touch infotainment system, then you must opt for the top variant. And similarly, the RPM meter or the tachometer is also reserved only for the top variant. In this variant, the only thing you get is the accelerometer with digital meter. That will give you additional information like the total distance, trip meters, average mileage, distance to empty, and others. Omitting to put a simple tachometer for a mid-variant feels kind of unfair. Likewise, there are plenty of safety options as well. You get things like dual airbags, ABS with EVD, front seat belts, alert system, speed-sensitive auto door lock, security alarm, central locking, and child-proof rear door locks. And finally, this brings me to the engine of the Suzuki Wagon R. Suzuki Wagon R is powered by the new 1.2-liter K-series engine. Talking about the performance number, it can generate a max power of 61 kW at 6000 RPM and a max torque of 130 Nm at 4200 RPM. Furthermore, it comes with a 32-liter fuel capacity with an average mileage of 20 km per liter. So that was all about the new Wagon R 2019. Driving around the streets of Kathmandu, the overall experience has been really nice. The engine feels refined and the performance is also good compared to its predecessors. Well, you might hear a slight noise inside the cabin, but only if you try really hard. And the plus side, the vibrations are down to none. Furthermore, on the plus side, the acceleration is on point, but the cabin insulation could have been a little better. Moreover, thanks to the ABS on board, the braking comes with ample stopping power. Even the suspension setup marvelously blends together with the streets of Kathmandu. Since the suspension falls on the softer side, the driving experience is smooth even during the off-road scenario. So the engine performs and sounds really good. Suzuki has done an excellent job here. Usually companies go around relaunching their old models with redesign and facelift tags. So have Suzuki done the same thing with the new Wagon R 2019? Hell no. I have experienced the magic of the new Wagon R 2019 and I will say that Suzuki has nailed almost everything with the new Wagon R 2019. But still, it lacks one of the features like the touch infotainment system, rear parking camera and some features here and there, and also the fact that it reserves some of those features for top variant only. But despite that fact, I still think that the Wagon R 2019 is a complete package. So as far as the image is concerned, the Wagon R used to be an affordable car with a crappy design. But now, the things have changed. With the Wagon R 2019, it is an affordable car, but it is both practical and beautiful. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you like it, and as always, like if you like it, subscribe to the channel for further contents like this. Also hit that bell icon to get notifications. Until next time, namaste.